What's up, everybody? Before the video starts, I'd like to give a shout out to this guy. He's probably on screen. I don't know. I might add him in. Maybe I didn't, and I forgot about it in editing, and I'm gonna feel really stupid, but should be on screen. Yeah. Anyways, onto the video. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm gonna be showing you every single location for every single dragon tier in Tears of the Kingdom, or if you came here from the short, Turtle Tattoo. Now, the first one is pretty easy. Chances are you already have it, in fact. As you can see, it's right behind me. That's right, it's been behind me this entire time. But the reason I'm including this, even though you probably already have it, is because it would be weird to include all of them, but not this one. But anyways, to get the tier, you need to head all the way up to the north area of the Turtle Tattoo. I mean, Dragon tier. Right there. It's called Where Am I? That's the memory you'll get from it. And it's way up here on Raru's head. And let's just head over there real quick. And I don't know if the dragon tier is still here since I've already gotten it, but this is where it would usually be, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, here. This is where it would usually be, right here. On this section of your map. So get a good look at it and mark that on your map if you don't have it already. Alright, now this next tier is actually kind of complicated. Well, not complicated, but pretty tricky to get. Because, as you can see, it's on the side of a mountain, which I don't think it's like that for any other tier. So, it's kind of weird. But, if you make your way to this exact location on the map, take a good second to look at it. It's right next to this little oval shape on the map. So, maybe, like, mark that with a pin or something. And if you go there, eventually you'll locate the dragon's tier, which would be right here. You can tell it was here because of the weird little circle patterns in the rocks. So this is where the next tier would be. And I know it's still pretty early in the video, but I would like you to subscribe, please, because yes, at 200 subscribers I'll be eating a banana peel on camera. Don't ask me why. I just thought it was the stupidest thing that came to my mind at the moment. But so yeah, if you want to see that, then subscribe, I guess. But I'm also going to be making more Tears of the Kingdom videos, because these are actually pretty fun to make, and they seem to be pretty popular. Y'all guys seem to like them a lot. So yeah, I'll be making a lot more of these videos. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single one. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the next dragon tier is way out here. It's kind of weird that this is the next one in chronological order, considering it's way further away from all the other ones. But regardless, this is the exact location of the dragon tier on the map. So take a good look at that. It's in this kind of little wooded area right here. So mark that area on your map. And this is the exact tier. You can tell by the little circular shape again. But geez, this region of the map is kind of hot. My palms are getting sweaty. Oh, my arms are heavy. I might even vomit. Oh, I should have had mom's spaghetti. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've reached the next dragon tier. If you've made it this far, then comment Turtle Tattoo. I don't know why, I just think it's funny. You don't have to, but I just thought it was funny. Anyways, let's get that dragon tier. Now, this one is actually one of the main ones that made me want to make this video, because it's kind of tricky to spot, because most of the geoglyph is actually uncovered by any trees, but the actual tier is covered up by all the trees in this little wooded area, so it can be pretty tricky to find, so I made this guide. And we're coming up on it soon. Where is it? Here it is, right here. This is where the dragon tier would be, so let me show you the exact location on the map. It's in this little chunk of the wooded area right here. So I'll give you a second to try and figure out where that is. You can also pause if that helps. Alright, that's probably enough time now. But anyways, this is the fourth memory, I believe, out of... How many memories are there, actually? Alright, I just googled it. There are 18 memories in this game. So we've still got a long ways to go. And yes, I realize some of the memories aren't from dragon tiers, but most of them are, with a whopping 12 of them actually being from dragon tiers. So there's still a lot to find. Alright, we've arrived at the next dragon tier, and remember earlier when I said that one tier was the only one that was on the side of a mountain? Well, turns out I was wrong about that, because I just remembered that this one also takes place on a side of the mountain, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So if you look on your map, you can see it's coming up right next to us. It's kind of hard to spot because of all the snow, but as you can see right here, this is where it is. I'll give you a second to take a good look at the surroundings. Okay, and then I'll show you the map. It's on this specific area of the map. Kind of in this little weird little outlined bit on the mountain. If you can see that right there. I'll show you the main map. So you can see it's way down here. Closer to like the Gerudo region. Alright, so let's get to the next dragon tier. And real quick, before we actually get to the next dragon tier, I've been considering making a tutorial on how I record my videos, so if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. Alright, we're at the next dragon tier, and here's where it is. And what do you know? It's another one on a mountain. Or at least partially on the side of it. Kinda weird, but this is where it is on this mountain. Right here. Oh. Did you hear that thunder? Holy crap. Anyways, this is where it is on the map. Zoom out. This is the area it's in. Way like West Hyrule. Closer to the Gerudo area. And yeah, there's your tier here. So I'll give you a second to collect it. Maybe watch a memory or two if you're having this on in the background while you're doing this. It's actually kind of cool. Let me know in the comments if you're doing this along to actually finding them. Alright, let's get to the next tier. Okay, real quick, I was on the way to the next tier, and then I found this beautiful area. If you want to check it out for yourself, this is where it is on the map. And just check the time and the weather and everything. Like, in-game time and weather. This is beautiful. Hold on, let me get a picture of this. That is beautiful. Alright, on to the next tier. Alright, we're at the next tier. This one actually might have been my favorite had it not been so close to the shore. Because as you can see, it's a giant, like, sword-shaped tier way out here on a sword-shaped little area. And it would have been so cool if you had to go out here to, like, this little tippy point there and go along this little ridge here. I think that would have been cool, but that's just me. But this is the location on the map. Here's the big map. It's like near Eventide Island, so that should make it easier to find. And it's like this like left side of the hilt. Right here. This is where you get it. I forget which memory this one is, but this one looks pretty cool at least. Alright, here we are at tier number 8. Now, this one, despite having a pretty easy geoglyph to find, as you can see, it's like huge on the map, the tier for this one is really hard to find. I struggled with it for a long time. In fact, this is like probably the only one I actually have to get a guide to get, which is kind of crazy, because I'm the one making the guide. But regardless, it's right here, next to, well, let's see on the map. Between these two like elevated areas, so you know the drill by now. Mark this area on your map, and if you're wondering what this is, don't worry, this is a Korok seed. But mark this area on your map here. That is if you don't have it already. And it's way up here in like the northwest Hebra location. Sorry about that. And yeah, this one's also kind of hard because on the way here there is a lot of enemies. And the nearest shrine is probably this one, and it's like all the way across this valley. And I think there's like a Yiga clan member here or something, but those guys aren't that hard to defeat. But yeah, let's get to the next dragon tier. I like to call them turtle tattoos, but you can call them dragon tiers, I guess. Alright, we're here. Okay. It's rainy. Alright, and the next tier, let's see. Almost there. Right here. This is where the next tier is, so actually, you know what, you probably can't tell where it is with the surroundings because of the rain, so it's right here on the map. Way over here on the eastern area of the map. Actually, I'll give you a second to pause on this. Alright. This is the 9th one, so only 3 more, I believe. Alright, we're here at the next dragon tier. I believe this is number 10. Oh, hey, there's a dragon up there. Anyways, here is where it is on the map. On the side of the mountain again. right here, next to Lake Hylia, yeah, next to the Hylia Island, right across this little bit of water. And here's the exact location on the map, right here. Also, if you made it this far, please subscribe. I'm desperate. Anyways, let's continue. Alright, second to last dragon tier, right here. Also on top of a mountain, although not on the side of it this time. That's cool. Anyways, it's right here on this area of the map. This is where the tier is. And then we can see it's way up here in the northern area of the map, right there. And there you go, that's where it is. There's also a shrine somewhere near here, but that's not what this video is about. Alright, and here we are, the final dragon tier in Tears of the Kingdom. And if you've already gotten, like, all the other ones, because you've followed this video, and you've gotten all the dragon tiers, then this one is probably the easiest one to get, because it's literally marked on your map. But I guess I'll show where it is anyways, because I've done that with all the other ones. It's on this little, like, spiral area. Kind of weird looking, but yeah. Well, that's it. Bye-bye.